Dear children, today I'm going to explain you about the evolutionary theory of the origin of state, or it is also known as the historical theory. The theory which explains and is now accepted as a convincing origin of the state is the evolutionary theory. It explains the state is the product of growth, a slow and steady evolution extending over a long period of time and ultimately shaping itself into the complex structure of a modern state. This theory is more scientific. The state is neither the handiwork of God, nor the result of superior physical force, nor the creation of evolution or convention, nor a mere expansion of the family. The state is not a mere artificial mechanical creation, but an institution of natural growth or historical evolution, says Professor Garner. There were a number of factors which helped the evolution of the state. They were kinship, religion, war, migration, economic activities, and political consciousness. The important factors which contributed to the growth of state are kinship, religion, war or force, property or economic factors, and political consciousness. Let us now discuss the first factor, kinship. Kinship is a most important and was based upon blood relationship, and kinship was the first strongest bond of unity. Family constituted the first link in the processes of evolution of the state. With the expansion of the family arose new families, and multiplication of families led to the formation of clans and tribes. Kinship was the only factor which bound the people together. According to Professor McIver, the magic of names reinforced the sense of kinship as the course of generations enlarged the group. The blood bond of sonship changed imperceptibly into the social bond of the wider brotherhood. Then the religion. Religion provided the bond of unity in early society. It also affected all walks of life. The worship of a common ancestor and common goods created a sense of social solidarity. There was fear in the hearts of men as far as religion was concerned. Even today, we see religious practices, affairs, and faith in uniting people. Force. Force also played an important part in the evolution of the state. It was the use of physical force that was responsible for the growth of kingdoms and empires. Property and defense. Property and defense played a vital role in the evolution of state in ancient times, particularly among the people who were nomads and vagabonds and tribals. Professor Lasky has referred to the necessity of acquiring property by the members of society and protecting the property acquired with reference to the population mentioned above. This led to making adjustments in the social system and relationship between the members of different groups. The need to protect property ultimately compelled the ancient people to establish the state. Next is the political consciousness, that is the last one, arising from fundamental needs of life for protection and order. When the people settle down on a definite territory in pursuit of their subsistence and a desire to secure it from encroachment by others, the need for regulating things and persons is felt imminently, and this is the essence of political consciousness. So, this is the most acceptable theory. Evolutionary theory is the most acceptable theory which is accepted in the contemporary times by the political thinkers. In next video, I will explain you about the social contract theory. Thank you, children.